Yeah, we on, brothers. Y'all want somebody want to kick it off? Feel free to do so.
Got it, y'all. What's up? You on mute? You on mute?
Yeah, I'm muted.
Oh, Salaki. All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First off, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah,
Yeah,
bahasham,
bahasham.
Yahawashi, bahasham. We just double honor to our apostles, double honor to our elders, a great stone that taught us the truth and were well. And salutations to you, hopeful elect person is truth, and all honest and sincerity. We the brothers of Regina, Kansas City. Come to another sit down to the spirit and power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi. And we're going to do a lesson today titled, what manner of persons ought you to be. Okay? Because of the spirit, we all got to grow in this thing. You don't fall out, so you want to stay focused, man. Everyone's got some precepts. You can go ahead and grab them out.
Hold on 1 second, brother. Anybody on the comment board, if y'all can hear us clear, or if there's any interference, if you can hear us clear, just do a thumbs up or type 1 in the comment board. If it's interference, then type 2. That way we could kind of delegate some things with the screens and mute and stuff like that. So just any brother out there, 1 or 2, just let us know.
Hey, scripture.
Mm-hmm.
This is second Peter. Slacking. 1 second. This second Peter chapter 3. Hold on. Boom. As soon as I pull that shit up. This is second Peter chapter 3, verses 9. It say the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens and shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Break it down, brother. You got it, Todd.
Well, see, at the end of the day, nuclear missiles is going to do away with a lot of the bullshit that people hold in high value in this world. A lot of people hold cars, women. We say it all the time. Cars, women, money, these are just the lusts of the flesh. But really, you're going to be judged on your character, on your behavior, how you exemplify the fruits of the spirit. And when you look in the world, a lot of people don't exemplify that. A lot of people live after their flesh, and that's what's going to get them destroyed. So I'm going to read it one more time. It says, seeing then that all these things be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Man, see, how about Yahawashi is judging you off your works, how you conducted yourself, not, how many bitches you fucked, not, how many places you traveled to get your passport stamped, man. What did you do? What did you do to live according to this word, man? And this is, pretty much how we're going to get into the lesson today.
Yeah. Hey, do me a favor, brother Kusha. Hey, y'all, what's up? Can you mute your phone real quick? I'm trying to figure something out. Can you mute your phone up, brother Kusha? Now go ahead, Todd. You already muted? Okay. Hey, Todd, now repeat. I'm trying to see where the interference is coming from, or if it's coming from my little echo in the background.
God.
I can hear you.
Test. Brothers, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you, yeah. Con.
What about me? Can y'all hear me? Is it echo coming from my screen?
Yeah. No, it's not. I just think while we speaking, it's just like that.
Okay. Now unmute yours, y'all will stop and see what the deal is.
Oh, I think that might be you, brother.
Yeah, like where you at in a car?
I'm in a truck.
In a truck, yeah, it could be like the interference because you're probably in a dead zone, but it's cool, bro. Like if you mute it, like while we speaking, then I think it'll be okay. But when you come in and speak, you just unmute it and come in and make the points and shit.
Kind,
Yeah, but nah, y'all brothers got it, man. I'm trying to look some stuff up, by the way.
kind.
Yeah.
I had a precept, brother. Yes, you get more on that.
Yeah, you got
This is the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 35. I was going over this earlier. It says, be in readiness. It says, let your loins be girded about you and your lights burning, and ye yourselves like unto men that wait for their Lord, when he will return from the wedding, that when he cometh and knocketh, that may open up unto him immediately. And so when it talks about the manner of person that you ought to be, that's the kind of men that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be ready. You know, and there's a series of things that comes along with being ready. You know, you can't be knee deep in other things and caught lacking. You know, because the scriptures say the day of the Lord come as a thief in the night. But it's only to certain men, and we don't want to be of a lot of men where it's a thief in the night unto us. And it says, verse 37, blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. Verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve them. You know,
and when you watching with intensity. It's not like you just watching, halfway watching, some folly, man. Obviously we got time where we, take a break from profit mode, but 7 days out the week, we have a we have a priority to not only conduct ourselves in the right manner, but also encourage brothers to do the same, man.
hmm yeah, because that right there is a test. Just hearing the truth is a test of the manner of person that you are. You know, are you just gonna go back into the world and get back on bullshit, or are you gonna have a conviction in your spirit to go in the spirit of warning, which is the spirit of love, man? You know, a warning of danger. You know, that speaks to character. This is why the Lord is not going to feel any kind of way about doing away with men that are just kind of settled on their lees and don't really take the warning seriously. You know, because those men are ultimately they're not fit. You know, for the kingdom.
Can you get a Sirach 35 verse 17, brother?
Uh,
You know,
Verse 16.
I want to make a point real quick too. You made a point, Iran. You mentioned that like how men are settled on their leads because now you got all this different manner of doctrine coming out about Esau and how they're not so-called white people, but they're black jakes with red hair. Like, men are, what I'm coming to realization, brothers, is that men are getting scared now, man. So they got to change up, they got to make it more PC and they got to change up the doctrine. That way they can have Esau to so-called divert them from judgment, so to speak. But, like we mentioned earlier, I feel like no matter if you are changing the doctrine, the fact that you equate yourself with being the children of Israel and the son of YAHAWAHSHI, Esau is going to paint that broad picture with the narrow brush, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's the definition of being settled on your lees, changing the doctrine. Why you wait to the last minute when our Messiah is getting ready to return to change the doctrine up? Because you're getting scared.
Right, right. Yeah, they do what you call hedging their bets. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
they trying to placate Esau on one side, but at the same time they kind of know what's coming with the Lord. But they trying to straddle the fence. And that's unacceptable in the eyes of the Lord. It seems benign to men, but the Lord hates that, man. He doesn't like lukewarm men and individuals, man. You
Well,
know,
what the Lord said in Matthew is he said that those that deny me before men, I should deny thee before like my Father. And
yeah,
also they going to say, hey, Lord, Lord, then we prophesy in your name and cast out devils in your name. And Yahushua going to say, depart from me, I never knew thee, ye that work
mhm,
iniquity. And that's going to be a
right,
lot of Israelites that call themselves Israelites because, hey, you got Jake having fashion shows, man. Here, bro, we're literally at the point now, they're basically getting ready to make an anti-schematic law speaking against these people. And yet Jake is out here playing games.
right, right. Yeah, Esau don't give a damn, man.
Yeah.
So,
We told people at the Passover things were going to turn up, bro. Like, hey, things are getting ready to hit the fan. That guy, DJ Trump, I don't know how recent that video was, but basically he was mentioning, he said anybody that speaks out against the small hats, basically they need to be executed. He wants to bring back execution on public TV, which is all scripture because in the agoras, and when the men of the Lord got put to death, it was oftentimes public. It was like a what they call it was like a public display. When the prophets got killed, they did that shit in public to make an example, man.
Yeah, kind of gallows, guillotines.
Yeah,
You know, that happened back in the Greek and the Maccabees.
yeah,
Jake was trying to appease Esau. Let's make a covenant with them, but he was gathering Jake up that was rebelling and publicly executing them, man, to
yeah.
strike
Feed
fear,
you
to
to a
strike
lion.
fear.
Yeah,
You
throw
know.
your ass in and feed your ass to a fucking boar.
hmm I got that precept you call for.
Where
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes,
Start at 16.
the book of Sirach, chapter 35, verse 16. It says, "He that serveth the Lord, Yahweh shall be accepted with favor, and his prayer shall reach unto the clouds."
Now, see, it's about how you serve the Lord. Because yeah, you got proud ass niggas that's doing the work of the Lord, but that's not the spirit you're supposed to be in. Because the
yeah,
scriptures say a broken and contrite heart is his delight. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, he don't delight with niggas that think they got an automatic ticket to the chariot.
right.
Now, we do the work of the Lord and we have confidence in our works that it's going to pay off. But at the end of the day, what the scriptures say, you're supposed to say that you are an unprofitable servant, man.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to approach this thing as, the greatest opportunity that you were given in your life. And we can tell that some men in Israel take that for granted. That's why, them brothers were speaking earlier about changing the doctrine, mixing worldly aspects into the truth. So yeah, you on the outside, yeah, okay, these dudes holding Passover, these dudes going to camp, but they not serving the Lord in spirit and in truth, man.
Yeah. Kind. That's a good point. I said with favor. It's really easy to miss that part, but that's important. It says, verse 17, the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds, until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment.
Mm-hmm. Say we ain't gonna be comforted until our prayers is answered.
Mm-hmm.
Because other niggas is comforted by zeros in their bank account. Other
Yeah.
niggas is comforted by, Israelite women in hair wrap saying shalom, brother.
Mhm.
Right.
We comfort by the prayers, not only of the prayers that we have in our lives, but the prayer of destruction coming to this place, man. We really ain't gonna be comfortable until this place is through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Con.
Well, go up to verses 12, because going back to the point you had made about men and this thing, and how their comfortability and their dainties and their sacrifices in vain. If you go up to verse 12, matter of fact, I'll read it, brother. It says, "Do not think to corrupt with gifts," because you got a lot of bribery in this thing too, that men feel like, well, because they have a particular substance or name in Israel, they feel through the spirit that, well, maybe the Most High can accept a gift of vanity. And the Lord wants things done from the spirit, right? But it says, "For such he will not receive, and trust not to unrighteous sacrifices," which a lot of these guys are committing unrighteous sacrifices and saying that the Lord is with them. And this is why the apostles been getting on these other groups all week, because men, they're not really putting their best foot forward as to teaching the gospel like that. Because like I mentioned earlier, everybody in Great Millstone is pretty much teachers, but yet when you look at these different groups, why is that only leadership teaching classes? Why isn't no individual sit downs being put out? You got thousands of men in these congregations, and yet they're not even putting up a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
They just think that solely their presence alone is going to get them to the kingdom. And no, you got to work, man. Like it says in Edges, it says, "Those that may be saved by their works through their faith," which your faith constitutes of your works. No
Con.
matter how hard it get, man. And a lot of these guys, they don't want to challenge themselves.
Yep.
And it reads, it says, "For the Lord is judge, and with him is no respect of persons. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed," man. Okay, going
Mm-hmm.
back to what the brother said. Our prayers being answered, or seeing this place go down, having faith throughout all the contentment we may face in life, because it gets hard. Like we always say, the biggest battle in this faith is really the battle of the mind, man.
Yeah.
The battle of the mind, because you really battling yourself. It's like you looking in yourself. It's like, I know in that Creed movie, he told him, he said, throw a jab. So he threw the jab. And he said, what is the guy in the mirror doing? And he said, he's throwing it right back at him. So he said, you got to dodge that. So basically, you're mirroring yourself in this thing to get through the mental hurdles in this thing, man. And it's not easy. But the
Right.
prayers of the oppressed is always heard, because the Lord gives us the fortitude to keep going, you know?
Con.
You want to say something, y'all? What's up? I thought you about to get on mute.
God, I had a few precepts.
Yeah. Let him fly, bro.
Con. This is the book of Second Timothy, chapter 4, starting at verse 3. It says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth, and shall be turned unto fables." You know, so a lot of these cats, man, they couldn't let go of the world, like the brother said, that they're teaching in fear, or they're scared about what's to come. So they're not enduring the sound doctrine, which is the truth, but you have to stand boldness for YAHAWAHSHI, man. You can't be afraid to become a martyr or the things that they may want to do to you.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
And
You
I
go
got
back to
one more,
oh yeah, Slakia.
Salakia.
You got her.
It's the book of Hebrews 4:16. It says, "Let us therefore come boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need." So the scriptures say, "Come boldly, man." You know, you can't be scared when coming into this thing. You can't be scared to speak out against the small hats and everything that's to come. You have to have true faith in YAHAWAHSHI that He's gonna protect you in the times to come, no matter what you spoke out against, or be willing to accept to be a martyr. But either two ways to go, you shouldn't fear death, man. You shouldn't fear what should happen to you.
Right. That's right.
Are you on Wi-Fi out?
No, I actually turned it off. I don't know what's going on over here,
Yeah,
man.
it's just
There's a lot of
like when
storm
you speak
clouds. I
it,
don't know.
it go in and out a bit.
Okay,
But yeah,
it's
you're right. You
lucky,
go
man.
back to no, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not
You
sure
go
what
back
this
to
is.
verse 17. You're right.
Con, brother. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 35, verse 17. The prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds. Until it come nigh, he will not be comforted, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously and execute judgment. For the Lord Yahweh will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous.
Yeah, that's included in the prayer of the humble, man. So the title lesson, what manner of person are ye to be? You have to be anti this world, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And because this world is anti Yahawah.
Yeah,
See what I'm
yeah,
saying? So you should be praying for destruction. You should be praying for vengeance to be taken out on these people, man.
mm,
And that that don't mean that you always gotta be in a like fuck this world spirit, but in the back of your mind, you know that you not on the same team. You are the ops to the world. Put it in nigga terms.
yeah, yeah. I know. Look at the extreme example of the situation that Lot was in, man. You know, because it's easy to feel like this place is not wicked. Some days, it'd be a nice day out, you'd be at the park, but you have to be in the spirit that Lot was in Sodom and Gomorrah. You got to have that in you. Where you every day there's some kind of enmity and a separation in your spirit between you and the place that you live in. You know,
Got got.
keep going.
Read verse 18 one more time.
This is Sirach chapter 35, verse 18. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful, and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud, and broken the scepter of the unrighteous,
Mm-hmm,
till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, and to the works of men according to their devices, till
mm-hmm,
he have judged the cause of his people, and made them to rejoice in his mercy,
Yep. Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds, man. Going to the title of the lesson. What manner of person are you to be in our holy conversation? Because, you know, when you come into the truth, and you live that path of righteousness, like part of me thinks of like how many people is not doing that. Cause like, you know, when we got, let's say like a weekend Shabbat, Friday night, Saturday night Shabbat, I'm thinking of how many niggas is committing adultery that night. How many niggas is, you know, shooting other niggas? How many niggas is selling drugs? How many niggas is doing coke? And here we is doing the right thing for you. How about you outside praying to be in the right spirit, man?
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
right.
all those people that are outside of the world, they gonna get that judgment. That's why that Peter said, seeing all these things be dissolved, what
Mm,
manner of person are you gonna be?
yeah, Con. Right.
But that was it. If y'all got anything,
Con, I have two real quick. This is the book of Proverbs, verse 15, verse 8, to back up the brother's point about the sacrifice. It says, the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord Yahawah, but the prayer of the upright is his delight. You know, so that just kind of goes to the point earlier the brother made about camps that are technically on camera, they're doing things, but it's ultimately it's an abomination. You know, if you took a bag, it really don't matter if you're giving people the name of the Lord. If you working for Satan, you know what I'm saying? It's an abomination. You know.
Yeah.
But to back up your other point, Taj, this is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3. I'll start at verse 12. It says, now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones,
now
wood.
read up,
I go to verse 9.
yeah, read up.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9. It says, for we are laborers together with the Most High. Ye are the Most High's husbandry. Ye are the Most High's building. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me, as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth.
Take heed how you build. Take heed how you conduct the work of the Lord. And this is a warning to other Israelite groups, but most importantly ourselves, man.
Right.
You know, we don't want to take doing the work of the Lord for granted. You know, as Brother Mahaloy always say, this ain't something you want to be doing just going through the motions. Like, oh, I already know I got to be at camp on Saturday. I already know brother's gonna have to do a lesson on Thursday. He's just, nah, man, you're supposed to do this thing with your heart, mind, and soul. Take heed how you build this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because the elder Uriah said it yesterday, you got the moments that, you know, you don't sometimes feel like sometimes you don't be physically or mentally able to do it, but you do it because of sincerity in it, you know, and that's more than going through the motions. Like sometimes you're like, shit, like time fly by so fast. You're like, oh shit, we got a class today. Like I was supposed to go see a brother today. I forgot about that shit because I took it now. Like, oh shit, I woke up I was like, I missed the visit. I'm like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? So things are happening so quick, but the fact that you're taking out the effort to do it and to make it work, man, that's really putting your mind and spirit in this thing. And that's an excellent point you made, bro, because this lesson is really for brothers in the body, man. You know, us being on point because honestly speaking, them other groups, man, they can do what they want to do. You know, they already given over to they reprobate mindset and Satan. So this is really for us to keep us in a more sound mind and a spirit to continue to persevere forward, man. Because as time progresses, this thing is gonna get harder. It's gonna get more challenging. You're gonna have more mental attacks.
Yeah.
Satan is gonna come to you, man. All types of stuff. You know, you're gonna have a lot of setbacks, and you're gonna be forced to challenge yourself. You know, and that's the way that this thing go. Okay, and I got a precept real quick. This is the book of what is this? 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 4. But it says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you. And ye all are the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." Okay, meaning paying attention, staying circumspect. You know, making sure that your garments are clean. You know, and just really having a sincere heart towards YAHAWAHSHI, rebuking the thoughts, because you get negative thoughts all the time. You get negative shit, man. You feel certain type of ways about things, and it really just Satan messing with your mind, man. But when you actually deal with it hand in hand, you're like, all right, cool. Like when you hop on that live stream with brothers, man, you know, it's the spirit. You feel better, and that's what Satan is trying to keep us away from. Because even if you might not feel like necessarily doing the class, or you may be fatigued, when you get on the live stream and you dealing with brothers, that's hopping back in that fresh waters, man. That's what it do. It rejuvenates, man. Living waters.
Yep.
You know, better than this Fiji shit we drinking.
Right.
But it reads, it says, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. And it reads, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet in the hope of salvation. And that's the mindset that we should be in. Salvation. Hey, brothers, I see the finish line. Hey, I'm tired, I'm broken down, I'm fatigued. I feel like I'm finna cough up a lung, but hey, there go the finish line right there. Let's keep pushing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how like on the video games, like when you know that you get ready to beat the final boss and you be like making all types of mistakes, but then you get that one lucky hit and defeat his ass out of all the mistakes you made. That's what it's like, man. So
That's why those Rocky movies were so good, man. The way they do the cinematography and the storytelling. You know, it wouldn't be as good if Rocky just went up there and just beat niggas, you know, but he has a challenge. You know, he's gassed out at the end. He's getting beat up, look like he about to get knocked out, but then he dig deep and he find it in him, man. You know.
yeah, Rocky ass should have been
That's
through, bro. Rocky should have been through, man.
yeah. Time, bro.
You got anything y'all was
God, I got to appreciate brothers. We still got a lot of feedback. I tried to jump in, back in, see if it cleared up.
It's a little better, bro, but we'll bear through it.
This is the book of Matthew 24 and 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So just back it up what the elder was going into. You know, we just got to endure and keep pushing all the way through. As hard or difficult it may be, if you keep enduring and just keep staying in the race, you'll be okay, man. You know, because, hey, when it comes to the kingdom, I don't care if I'm last in the finish line. If I cross that finish line, hey, I made it. You know, and that's what you gotta have that mindset, man.
right?
You may not be the first person in first place. You might not be second or third, but at least if you completed the race to where you got something, then that's all you need, man.
Yeah, because you know, like we all do videos. Our brothers got to keep enduring. Brothers got to stay strong. Just keep doing it. But what's more important is why. Why endure? Why keep doing it? Because that reward. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas right now, like these football niggas, the ones that's really trying to win, they not out there partying. Them niggas spending their summer working out, and then they gonna do training camp, and then they gonna do the preseason. So it's a whole year dedication to get to that one moment. But this with us, this is an all year round thing. We don't get off season, brother. We don't get time to relax and go to fucking Cancun. You know, the playoffs, niggas who lose the playoffs, what they say, they going to Cancun. No, we don't get that.
Right.
We always in game season because the reward is just that great, man. You know what I'm saying? To be in that room, you know, I did this lesson yesterday, but to be in that room with brothers on the chariot with YAHAWAHSHI and having that feeling of, damn, I fucking overcame this shit.
Man.
I fucking outlasted millions, not only millions, billions of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
That's worth enduring whatever the fuck you got going on through your 7 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like you said, bro, like we ain't got no off season. You know how like some niggas can take a jet and go to Kenya and
Yeah.
wake up. Yeah, we can't do that. You know what I'm saying? We gotta tap in. What that guy say? He said, this guy gonna say something, oh yeah, now it's warm back out, we in season. What do you mean?
Yeah,
This trip
camp
never
season,
goes out
not
of season.
camp season.
Camp season. Like I didn't know camp had a season because from what I know, the word of the Lord said the word of the Lord endured forever. In season and out of season.
Yeah.
So like How do you take a break on this, man? And that's what really irks me about God. That's why the Most High is getting ready to jack a lot of jakes up, man. Because most guys, bro, they don't take this thing serious. They don't know what it's about. Like, I'm guaranteeing you, half them brothers in IUIC, they are not built up to withstand the hell that's coming.
No.
I'm willing to bet my best dollar on that shit. Bro, I'm hoping we built up. And I know through the spirit we built up.
Right.
For a fact. Because what I realized, bro, is like when you in prophet mode, the Most High got to put you in that mode. You can't put yourself in that mode when you feel like it. You got to tap into that spirit. That's why the Lord got you mute throughout the week when you come across certain people. When we at camp, we in prophet mode, man. And as you progress in this thing, like when you first come in this thing, you in prophet mode 24/7 at work. You in prophet mode with your woman. You in prophet mode. You bringing out precepts on your kids.
Yeah.
Bringing
Jake,
out, take out the trash scripture.
Jake pouring up liquor, you know. You were like, hold on, brother, I gotta cuss out Keisha.
Precept on the liquor, 2 cups per brother. But as you progress, the Lord, he keeps you, he balances you out in this thing. And this is why I know when the time is permitted, the Lord is going to really put that spirit on us, man, because I'm realizing it's a lot of anxiety. We're anxious right now because we want to know how we're going to fare up to the challenge because we've been practicing for this thing. It's like you've been training for that heavyweight fight. Like, damn, am I ready? Lord, are you going to give me the second win? Are you going to give us the edge? That's my biggest thing, man. That's what I've been locking in on. Am I ready? Am I ready? Am I ready? Satan telling you, nah, nigga, you ain't ready. You ain't done enough. You ain't ready, nah. You ain't trained enough, man. You know, putting them thoughts in your mindset. But the Lord said, I'm with you from now until the ends of the world. So it ain't even us that overcome. It's the spirit of the Lord that he's going to put in us to overcome.
Right.
So
You're right.
we
Let me
can't
go.
do shit.
Oh, slack it, brother.
Nah, y'all got it. Precept.
And go back in that Corinthians, brother.
Oh, okay. Could I get this precept real quick,
Yeah,
brother?
yeah.
This is the book of Philippians chapter 2, verse 14. It says, do all things without murmurings and disputings, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation,
Generation, yeah.
among whom ye shine as lights in the world,
Right.
holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. You know, so that's just to back your point of what we gonna get at the end, and all of this thing that we're enduring, man. You know.
Yep.
But this is going back to the book of First Corinthians chapter 3, and I'm gonna go back to verse 10. It says, according to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid the foundation, and another buildeth thereon. But let every man take heed how he buildeth thereupon. For other foundation can no man lay that is laid, which is YAHAWAHSHI Mashiach. Now, if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest.
Okay, so gold, hay. It said gold, silver, precious stone, wood, hay, stubble. Gold, silver, and when you put them precious stones in fire, it makes them better. It purifies them. If you light hay on fire, nigga, you get withered away.
Mm-hmm.
So this goes into, the lesson. Because he say he gonna try every man's work. He said, okay, you building? Okay, we gonna see. We gonna see if what you building is good enough to stand the test, man.
Mm-hmm.
This is why not only we going through afflictions in our everyday life, but ultimately we gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble, because that's gonna be a clean sweep over all Israel. All Israel's gonna have to see, all right, am I good enough to stand?
Mm-hmm. Con. It says, verse 13, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Right. So you too busy worrying about how to teach the Israelite woman how to tie a hair wrap. You wasn't ready.
Yeah, that's right. You know, one chief example I think of is King Saul and King David, how they both handled their sin and their adversity. You know, one took the rebuke and he got worse and worse, man. He just whacked worse and worse. The other got his rebuke and he was contrite. You know, he had a resilience to have a heart towards the Lord. You know,
Yep.
and at the end of the day, one was just made out of a precious stone, and the other one was just made out of hay. You know, same amount of heat, but two different outcomes. You know.
That's right. Is there more, brother?
Um, that's it on that, brother.
All right. This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. You see, this is that we was reading in that Corinthians. This is that fire that's gonna try every man's work, man. The hour of temptation. You see,
Mm-hmm.
what manner of person are you to be when the RFID chip comes to pass?
Mm-hmm.
What manner of person are you to be when society shuts down and you know it gets draconian and bloody?
Yeah.
I'm gonna read it again. Revelation 3, verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly, hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Mm-hmm.
It's niggas in the world right now that had the opportunity to have the crown and they threw it away and say, you know what, fuck it, I don't want it no more. I want to go back to the streets. I want to go back to these hoes.
Man.
Yeah, hey, y'all remember that guy from Detroit? He said
Yeah.
that he ain't been out because he went to he went to purchase some land, and that's actually a parable. I think it's Matthew's 25, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, he said he went to get some land, so he ain't go out no more, man. I'm like, yeah, he's through, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I got a precept. This is 1 John 4:4. It says, "Ye are of Yahawah, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is He that is in you than he
Ooh,
that is in the world."
ooh.
You know,
Yeah,
so
it's tough.
that's a heavy scripture right there, man.
God.
Overcoming is all about overcoming, man.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
having that eye salve and staying locked in, staying tapped in, no matter what. Even when you feel like you finna tap out, stay tapped in, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Because I've seen you.
cause like, you know, what I'm realizing too, you know, like a lot of you young brothers in there, man, you young brothers, like especially you brothers on the comment board, y'all gonna have to come on the level real quick and understand what this thing is really about, because y'all gotta overcome too. All these precepts y'all posting, you brothers, man, y'all ain't exempt from martial law. Y'all not exempt from getting thrown in FEMA camps. Y'all not exempt from being martyrs, man. Each and everybody, you sisters too. You know, I see a couple of sisters in the comment board. Hey, none of y'all are exempt from catching it when the Lord really break this thing down, man. This is why the apostles always teach: know what you're part of, man. Know that shit. Endure it, meditate on it, and build yourself up to the point that you can deal with it resiliently, man. You
Yeah.
know, prepare your mindset. The scriptures say, uh, roughly paraphrasing it, but basically, man, you got to have a sound mind,
Mm-hmm.
man. Okay, if you ain't got a sound mind, then you just like you flip flopping in water, you gonna drown.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
You
go
got
ahead, bro.
anything out? Hold on, wait. Y'all, something. You got anything out?
God, I have one I was holding on to. Salakia. This is the book of 2 Corinthians 5:17. It says, therefore, if any man be in Mashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Okay, so you have to become a new person when you're in this truth, when you step into this walk. You can't hold on to the old man. You know, and that's always a telltale sign when we come across brothers that's in this thing and they talk about the world too much. It's like, you know, they get infatuated with it every time we fellowship. Then be the guys that be falling out later on down the line, man. You know, because they holding on to it too much. They're putting that thing on too much high regard. Me personally, I'm embarrassed to talk about what the fuck I was before I came in this truth. I don't too much want brothers to know what I was in, even though I wasn't in nothing on no real nigga shit. But still, you know, I want brothers to remember me as hey, that brother, you know, put his life on the line and serve YAHAWAHSHI. That's what you want to focus on, man.
Because the scriptures say be new members in YAHAWAHSHI, man. You know, be born again. So, yeah, I mean, we knew brothers that talk like that, you know, about worldly shit, and they still felt like they was tapping into that spirit. Because, you know, we all got experience we relate to, and, you know, we speak about certain things and you think back on it, but overall, you don't want to be that same person, man. You know, thinking about shit you did back in the past, man. Like I was meditating on some shit the other day, and I'm like, that was stupid to me. I was like, if I just would have went that way, that wouldn't have happened to me. Being young and dumb in the world, have a point to prove. I'm like, if I would have went that way, then that shit would have been avoided. Just stupid, you know. And you look back on that and you cringe at that shit, you know, because we're not those creatures. We're supposed to be born again in Yahweh Shai. And if you of the elect, the Most High is going to purge that old man out of your ass, whether you like it or not. Even if he had to put you borderline spirit world, he going to purge that old man out you one way.
Right. And then if you don't have understanding, you're gonna be mad as far as why it's happening to you.
Yeah.
Well, it's gotta happen to grow. So a lot of the judgments brothers face in the world are like brothers facing the truth. You can't take it personal because Yahweh Shai is turning you into something that he wants you to be, not what you want to be, what he wants you to be.
Yep. Hey, perfect. Verse 5. It says, did you have more? Do you have more on that precept, bro? Yeah, what's up? You have more on that?
No, I said I had on that, bro.
Oh, God. Verse 5. It says, they are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. And this is another thing too, brothers. This is why you have to be in a mindset of being hated and not giving a hell about these people's opinion. Yeah, it can be sour to you in the flesh. Damn, you know, how the hell everybody feel this type of way about me? But overall, and I had to rebuke myself for that shit because it's like, ain't no way in fucking hell me and a handful of brothers feel this way about this shithole of a kingdom. And then you go around people that don't feel that way, they were trying to convince you that you going off. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not partaking in the dainties with these people, man. Like I was at a meeting today, and the way I felt, you would think I see these motherfuckers every day. And I only see them monthly, once a month, and weekly as a team. And I was so vexed in that shit, man, because I'm like, what the fuck are these people all just in this spirit for? And, you know, everybody looking at me like, damn, what's up with this guy? And back in my mind, I'm just fumigating my spirit because I'm like, man, this shit gotta end. This is crazy. Like, Mo, soy boys, simps, fucking proud women, you know, all type. It's just madness, man. And I'm the only one in the room thinking like, man, am I the only one that's really crying out right now in the spirit? And I don't even have a voice among these people to curse them out. And it gets really angering sometimes, man, because you got to bear that shit. But verse 6, we're of Yahweh. He that knoweth Yahweh heareth us, and he that is not of the Most High heareth not us. So these people, they don't hear us because they're not of the Most High. No matter what they say or how they feel about their religion or Christianity, they ain't with the Most High, man. Because the scriptures just say that if you don't hear the prophets, then the Lord ain't dealing with you. Which cuts you women out there that think you can jump over the men of the Lord to get to the kingdom of heaven and to YAHAWAHSHI YAHAWAHSHI. No. If a prophet has an alt with you and is in a right spirit, 9 times out of 10, the Lord has an alt with you because the Lord projects his feelings and his mouthpiece on that man he's dealing with. And it says, hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And we're all around the spirit of error. Okay, this kingdom is this thrive on total wickedness and
God,
debauchery.
backwards.
Israelite fashion show. Are you kidding me, man? Like what, bro? Like what are y'all so lackadaisical? Like they have no sense of urgency. These men are moving out here like ain't nothing finna go down, bro. They said that the US dollar may have weeks, months, if not weeks. Bro, you see, they've been real quiet about this new presidential election. They ain't really been talking about it like that. They've been
Well,
quiet about that shit.
they leaders don't really push the time of Jacob's trouble, man. They don't really push, as we said earlier in that Prince, they don't push that fire coming through and trying every man work. They just say, you know what, it is what it is, type shit.
Like,
When
oh, if we don't
you don't
talk
get that
about
at
it,
Great Millstone.
yeah, like if we don't talk about it, then that means that Jake like to kick the can down the road. Jake like to put
Yeah,
things off so they don't have to really deal with it.
Yeah, what they say, we gonna cross that bridge when we get to it. Nah, you gotta
Nah,
prepare to cross that bridge right fucking now, man.
nigga, ain't gonna be no bridge by the time you get to that mother. That motherfucker gonna be blown up, man.
Yeah, but it's more profitable that way to say things in a more positive light. Similar in church, you know, they
Yeah,
play certain kind of music before you give tithes because it's part of the business model, you know. So they stay away from the spookier, scarier parts of the scriptures. You know, you don't get as many views, you know.
ritualistic. Yeah, they call it
Chris,
fire and brimstone preaching. But yeah, bring out that precept, bro.
this is a this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 or verse Second Thessalonians chapter 1 verses 3. It says, "We are bound to thank the Most High always for you, brethren. It is meet because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and charity for every one of you towards each other abounded, so that we ourselves glory in the churches of the Most High for your patience and faith in all persecutions and tribulations that ye endure." So this is something that we all got to experience. It say, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High. That's why we say, if you ain't catching hell, you gotta question yourself. And you know, I can't speak for other men in Israel, but we could tell that there is a lackadaisical spirit amongst these other groups, man. We could tell that some of these groups, they ain't really going through it like that. It say, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffered. See, so that was going to the point we was making on, you know, having reasons to endure. You know, they tell you that like in the business world, you always want to remember your why. Why you doing something, man? Why would we go through all this fucking hell? You know, because we could do a whole nother hour about shit that happened to us. But when we remember that why, it's like fuck it. You know, because we gonna keep pushing, Lord willing, to the end, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna read it again. Second Thessalonians 1 verse 4. It says, "So we ourselves glory in you in the church of God for your patience and faith in all persecutions and tribulations that ye endure, which is a manifest token of the righteous judgment of the Most High, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of the Most High, for which ye also suffered. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, and to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord YAHAWAHSHI shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord YAHAWAHSHI." And this includes Jake and Israel, man. YAHAWAHSHI is going to come back, and there's going to be people that call themselves Israelites that get destroyed by YAHAWAHSHI, man, because they weren't in the right spirit.
Mm-hmm. Right, brother.
What precept was that? Second Thessalonians 1 and what?
1 and 4.
1 and 4. Yeah. That's great. I just had that on deck too.
Yeah. You may keep reading because it's a little bit more.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Second Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 8 again, or 7 again. It says, "And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord YAHAWAHSHI be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire, taking vengeance on them that know not the Most High, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord YAHAWAHSHI, the Anointed, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony among you was believed in that day. Wherefore also we pray always for you, that our God would count you worthy of this calling and fulfill all the good pleasure of his goodness and the work of faith with power."
Yeah, you got it.
See? So it say, you know, obviously you say YAHAWAHSHI gonna be glorified with his saints. That means we gonna receive glory too, man. So like, just be saying, what manner of person are you to be? Because we're, you know, in the beginning of the lesson, we're going into conduct, being in the right spirit. But you know, now you can see in the second part of the lesson, we going into why, man.
Yeah.
You know, 'Cause at the end, in all this shit, Lord willing, the kingdom. I think of how I want to be looked at by my children's children, children. The stories you're gonna have of endurance, going through Babylon, meeting YAHAWAHSHI in the air, establishing the kingdom. That's a very honorable legacy, man. Niggas don't think about legacy.
Yeah, because Jake don't sacrifice for the greater good. You know, I'm trying to think, man. Something happened last night. I had a dream last night, and I can't recall what it was. But I woke up, so I'm just like, y'all gonna have to sacrifice, continue to sacrifice, continue to sacrifice. That's just what I heard. Continue to sacrifice, keep doing it. And I'm like, that's the spirit because we all have to sacrifice something because we are sacrifices and we have to give up life in order to gain Yahawashi. And this is the book of Philippians 3. And I'm going to start at verses 14. It says, I press towards the mark of the prize of the high calling of Yahweh and YAHAWAHSHI HaMashiach, man. That's that legacy right there, man. The high calling, because it's more than just suffering and not getting glorified for it. This suffering counts with the glorification. But overall, outside of the glory, we should be more concerned with YAHAWAHSHI getting his glory. He getting get back, him getting his revenue, him being built up, because if he's not built up and get his just due, then how can we come? We can't supersede the leader, you know. And it says, let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if anything ye be otherwise minded, Yahweh should reveal even this unto you. Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained, let us walk by the same rule and let us mind the same thing. Okay, and that's the point. Being in that spirit, being on one accord, and staying locked into this thing, and just taking it a day at a time. And I want to say this for you brothers out there that may be struggling like with premarital relationships, man. Like, look, brothers, man, like you have support. You have people to talk to. I know all the time we don't really utilize it because we're in our own mindsets. We think brothers probably don't want to talk to us like that, or brother ain't checking up on you, then he must don't fuck with you like that. Nah, bro. We all going through our own shit. But overall, man, Jake, seek the counsel. Take the advice that the brothers give you. And sometimes you got to trim fat that you don't want to trim. Even the good side of the lamb got fat on it that you might have to trim that shit, man. If it's a woman causing you too much hell, or children, or a job, or anything like that, that's causing you to not be mentally focused, or you're just all over the place in this ministry, then you might have to start doing some soul searching and trimming that fat off that lamb, man. Because we see brothers catching hell, man. We see it. We can see it in their lessons. We can see it in their verbiage. We can see it in their mannerisms, and call out, reach out, cry out, take heed, listen. Brothers giving you the opportunity or the window of grace. Take that shit, man. And then when hell I'm drowning and a brother come and try to give me his hand, and ain't no way in hell I'm not grabbing. I'm grabbing that with both hands. Pull me out this shit. It's what we all got, man. And that's really all I got, man. You brothers got anything else? Let it fly. Um, Brothers, we got some things on the comment board. We can read a couple of precepts on the comment board, but I'm pretty much out of precepts at that point.
I got Ciroc too, but brothers don't have nothing else.
You got it up.
You got anything, y'all? What's up? Make sure y'all what's up.
Couldn't hear you, brother.
Yeah, I can't hear you that well.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. You kind of faint.
My audio's kind of jacked up, so I'm gonna let y'all those have it.
Okay, kind. You got it.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And this is the concept of delayed gratification, suffering in the short term for a greater reward on the back end. And it's bitter now, but it gets really, really sweet at the end, for those that endure. And it says, verse 4, whatsoever is brought up on thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. All right. And so to circle back around the title of the lesson, what manner of man you ought to be, this is what an acceptable man is. All right. The man that basically endures the trial that the Most High put on him. You know, if you endure that, you're an acceptable man, you know. And you know, that's a hard thing to even, you know, wrap my head around, me personally, man. You know, I can only imagine what it's like to overcome the trial and just be on the chariot of brothers, like the brother said, man. Being one of those acceptable men, you know, because we're catching hell right now, but the Lord is still going to turn it up more, you know. And if you're of that lot, the Lord gonna give you what you need to be acceptable, man. All right, you're the manner of man that you are supposed to be is going to be manifest, you know.
Okay.
Kind. But like we say, Jake gotta consider their legacy. If you can, y'all, Uriah, just look up that word legacy. Any good definitions, man?
And
Because
while y'all
niggas,
doing that, I'm gonna pull this off the comment board. Brothers
yeah,
type five precepts. This is
yeah.
the book of this is the brother be like minded. Shalom, brother. YAHAWAH, brother. Man, yeah, he lighted up. 2 Timothy 3:13. It says, "But evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned, and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned." Come, brother. And you notice, like through the spirit, like the Most High, He carries you through this thing, even when you feel like you just a major jackal. You know, you just messing up all the way. The Lord still gives you the tools you need to have and retain these things in the spirit. This is why you continue to press forward. First Peter 2:1. Wherefore, laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and evil, and it's like hypocrisies and envies and evil speakings, being as newborn babes, desiring a sincere milk of the word that ye may grow by thereby. Yeah, man. You know, the milk, like the brother mentioned earlier, going into that milk. Romans 13:11, it says, "In that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than what we believe." Yeah. Wake up, Jake, man. You know, like I said, ain't time to be doing Israelite fashion shows, man. No urgency. America's getting ready to be destroyed, man. We getting ready to be up out of this. Thing is finna come quick, bro. We ain't got that much long. Scripture say, though it tarry, wait on it. Luke 12:37, blessed are those servants whom the Lord, when he cometh, shall find watching. This is why we're called the watchmen. YAHAWAHSHI come back through them doors today. Hey, we gonna be found doing this lesson, you know, meditating on these precepts in the spirit. You know, we ain't gonna be found with our hands in our pockets and playing games and all this other stuff. We're gonna be found doing the work, man. Okay, because it's what YAHAWAHSHI told us to do. And it says, verily I say unto you, that he shall gird himself and make them to sit down to meat, and will come forth and serve him. Okay? Yeah. Hebrews 3:13, but exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sinners. Yeah, bro. This is why, hey, shit, we get rebuked all the time. This is why, you know, brothers get the exhortations all the time. A brother should be getting on you, telling you something, not necessarily demeaning you, but hey, brother, you know what's going on, or exhorting you or encouraging you. That should be doing that daily, because it's easy to get sidetracked. Because remember, we're around the world more than we're around brothers. One last precept, and I end it here. Hebrews 2:22. No, 2:2. It says, "For if the word spoken by angels was steadfast, and every transgression and disobedience received a just recompense of a reward, how should we escape if we neglect so great salutation, which at the first began to be spoken by the Lord, and was confirmed unto us by them that heard him?" Man, that's heavy, bro. Like, I ain't even got to break that down. That's dope. I got a bookmark that one.
Uh,
That's a dope precept. Con. But yeah, brother, you got that definition on that. You bring it out.
this is Miriam, the definition of legacy, but the first one is a gift by will, especially of money or other personal property. The second one is something transmitted by or received from an ancestor or predecessor, or from the past. It says a candidate for membership in an organization who is given special status because of a familiar relationship to a member.
We already know who that special relationship to that member is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, listen to this. Revelation 3, verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. And brother Mahaloya, you got that precept earlier. He said, greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So it say Revelation 3, verse 20, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, when even as I also overcame and sat down with my Father in his throne. So that's a legacy.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right, brother.
Sir, kind. We sure y'all brothers got anything else y'all want to add to it, put on deck?
Brother.
Good.
Good.
Guys, you good? Y'all what's
You
up?
good? Y'all talk.
I'm good.
I can hear you out.
I can hear you out.
Yeah, I'm good. Slocky, my audio is all messed up.
Oh no, you good,
Oh, no,
brother.
you good, brother.
Well, we going
Oh, we
to
going down.
giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWAHSHI, bahasham, Kakwadash. I'm going to give double honor to the elders, to the apostles of Great Millstone and Rule Well. Blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Lord's in his gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWAHSHI, wherever it may be. Lord's will, you were edified and took some from this lesson. Hey, we almost home. Things is about to pop off, man. Gird your minds up. Stay locked in the spirit. Shalom.
So, Kwame Asherah.